YouTube. Welcome to my YouTube channel, and at Bella. Today I'm reviewing Jurassic World Domination. It's going to be good. Let's get into the review. This is my review of Jurassic World Domination. It's an excellent film, very much like Matrix 4, the Resurrection, where they said the best medicine for anxiety is nostalgia. So we've got a lot of nostalgia, both for the Jurassic Park series and for the Jurassic World. The Jurassic Park series does dominate this one all the way through. It ties everything up in a nice knot and we are done. And in fact, the dinosaurs in this one are almost reduced to bit players. And I know that sounds really strange, but the whole purpose of the dinosaurs is a warning from nature saying if you do not keep things in balance, you can and will go extinct. Here is the example of the dinosaurs. And in this one, we yet again have some greedy Elon Musk, Bill Gates, Steve Jobs, whichever billionaire you choose, billionaire businessman you choose to put in there. In fact, I don't even remember the guy's name. He did like to eat, was it jelly babies or beans? Who cares? We did have two black supporting cast members, one male, one female, very nice, that's lovely. And we had two trilogies, so the original trilogy of the four professors slash scientists slash paleontologists, whatever you want to call them, with philosopher, and then you had the business corporation woman, the velociraptor trainer, and the little girl who is of course cloned. There are a whole host of scientific issues with the film, but it is interesting to note that in 2020, before COVID-19 reared its ugly head, in February, there was actually a plague of locusts that was ravaging Africa and Southeast Asia, and the production of grain is vitally important to our food ecosystem, not just because we of course eat vegetables and plants and like to eat bread, but our animals, like the cows, the sheep, the pigs, the goats, all of the meat that we consume is fed on grain-based food. If we cannot grow enough grain, we can't feed the animals that we kill to eat, and we also cannot grow enough crops, which has a huge effect on the fact that human beings can't eat, but also animals won't be able to eat either. And then there's the question of insects and bees and pollination, which is vitally important, because to be able to grow plant crops, you need to have bees to pollinate them. If that doesn't happen, you are not going to get any sort of fruits or seeds, or they won't be able to reproduce, which means we won't be able to eat fruit or vegetables. Anyway, that is the main issue of this film. The dinosaurs in it have been reduced to what I call set dressing. We get the nice Triceratops, though I often think that the Jurassic Park world and Jurassic Park universe have actually downplayed the Triceratops, because they're actually in the top 5 of the deadly dinosaurs, because they can kill T-Rexes, because they've got a full 360 ball joint neck joint, which means that they can go up with their heads and push up, because their legs don't go down straight, they actually bend, which means that they can jerk their head right up into the T-Rex's chest where its puny little arms are. Anyway, moving on. The acid spitter dinosaur, from Jurassic Park 1. If you haven't seen Jurassic Park 1, you need to see Jurassic Park 1, because there's a whole host of references that this film actually makes. Cough, cough, a certain cough, cough can. Cough. The rather large yellow gentleman from the first film, what did he do? Moving swiftly on from that. Yes, the acid-spitting dinosaur that doesn't actually spit acid or tar, that is actually 20 feet long in real life and doesn't have frills. Yeah, I know, you feel cheated, but that dinosaur makes an appearance and does some very excellent work. It made me chuckle, it made me laugh, I got it, it was brilliant. That's all I'm saying about that. Yes, and then we had the 3 apex predator meeting, which was equally wonderful. Obvious, we had a good long neck scene. I don't know whether it's a Diplodocus or a Brachiosaurus. They're equally wonderful. And Triceratops I've mentioned, T-Rex mentioned, Velociraptors of course. They've now been sort of tamed with Blue and Beta. Overall, really good plots, if the science is getting a bit laughable, but actually the main question of this film is what on earth are we going to do to keep our earth in balance? Who is dominant? Do we need dominance? What do we do if we've got dominance? What should we be doing to keep our world safe? And it was very interesting that the United Nations, cough cough, spoilers, spoiler warning, at the end of the movie decided that they were going to make a dinosaur sanctuary in Italy, which is in Europe, not in America, which I find very interesting. And the fact that you had 3 T-Rexes at the end sort of sitting down and having a meeting about it. That they weren't sitting down, I'm just pointing that out, they were standing up, but it looked like they were having some sort of meeting about how many herbivores, that's veggie eating dinosaurs, that they were going to eat a month to. Anyway, I digress. The plot was good, the use of the John Williams theme tune is good, very, very nostalgic, 5 out of 5, loved the action, loved the fact that we had supporting characters and characters that were from the first movie used again, and plot points that have been put in the Jurassic World, the new trilogy, brought back to fruition. It's interesting, very interesting. Catherine, I don't think you will be able to change the genes of a living baby with injections. Just putting that out there, don't think that's very scientifically plausible. But it does explain her daughter and various other bits. Cough cough, I've said too much. 5 out of 5, excellent action. The dinosaurs aren't the main focus in this film, I feel. It's far more about the ecology of the planet and going forward. It's worth noting that there were references to plagues, like what is going to happen next, and you very much feel that that's where we're at currently. This film has been hugely influenced by the pandemic and by the locust swarm that happened at the beginning of 2020, before the pandemic, just putting that out there. 2020 was a strange year, lots of stuff happened, and it did feel like we're going after plague after plague after plague. And at the moment, yes, we're going back, but also economically, socially, there's a war going on in mainland Europe for the first time in my lifetime, which is quite scary. There's lots of stuff happening, and it does feel like we are waiting for the next wave of COVID, which I believe is coming, in the UK anyway. But the pandemic never went away, I'm just pointing that out. We've just all had really good vaccinations, and we don't know how long that's going to last, by the way. But this film, Jurassic World Dominance, yes, it's nostalgic, but actually it's also very topical and very current. It talks about things that are happening now, and it feels very relevant. I'm going to watch the first Jurassic Park because there is the excellent speech of chaos. A butterfly flaps its wings on the other side of the world, causing a tsunami. Chaos theory. Love that. Also love the reference to buttoning up. Good old Michael. Yeah, buttoning up. Yeah, there was so many references. There was also quite a lot of Indiana Jones references. Yeah, I also want to know what happened to Hammond's grandchildren. I didn't find that out at all. Loved it. I enjoyed this as a person who really enjoyed the first one. It really did feel like a rounding off. Not a fan of Jurassic World, but then again, that gets mentioned in the film itself, so I was quite pleased. Overall, 5 out of 5, and that's basically it. Go see it. 5 out of 5, excellent rounding off to the series, but also leaves teeny gap where they could do more, but it's just a teeny window. It doesn't feel like a huge door. They have literally tied the knot really well with this one. 5 out of 5, an excellent film. That is Jurassic World Dominance. Well, I hope you enjoyed my review. Please like, comment and subscribe, and don't forget to click the notification bell for my latest video. Stay safe wherever you are, and thank you for the support. Bye!